Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a daily read for Friday. Let's jump right into the middle of the tarot deck and get an overall energy, and then we'll shift on forward and pull an oracle, I think. The Four of Pentacles. All right, so the day is going to speak upon and highlight where your control lies, some of which there's going to be a significant focus on financial savings and or the lack thereof which. Feeling as if, I'm being shown the Emperor card. You are needing to and being pushed to more so strategize in regards to, having enough money for something and how to shift forward with a sense of control being felt and experienced. Does that make sense? Feeling like you need to know more about what lies ahead, but it's not a day to be gaining a ton of clarity. Maybe a little bit here and there, or one significant piece of clarity. I'm hearing one significant puzzle piece or two, but I do feel as if, again, you really need to be feeling more in control in regards to being prepared, being more aware, and having enough of what you need in order to continue something of importance for somebody, to begin something else, or in general, something of importance for you once again. But it does feel like this is also a day where you're going to need to notice in a very strategic but simplistic way how you're feeling the need to, maybe even how you're getting the push to express yourself. I was being drawn to this necklace here, feeling like that could come through in regards to accessories, your clothing, when it comes to, for somebody, how you're doing your makeup, maybe your nails, stuff like that. It could be your hair coming into play. And maybe this also will spark or remind you of a change, a switch up that you want to implement, utilize moving forward. Somebody is going to color their hair, maybe get a different haircut, or continue to grow it out. Somebody is going to get a whole new wardrobe or add to their current one. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like this is all speaking upon how you have been and are continuing to change within. Moving on to, face your fears. I'm not going to take this one, but I did split the deck to it for a reason. There's something that you are fearing, my friend, whether you remember this in the moment, whether you you label it as a fear or not. It's a sense of concern for a lot drawn to the reading, that you may feel you're not going to have enough money for something, a concern that you're not going to have this ultimate sense of control. You may as well, bear with me, feel as if things are meant to be changing moving forward, where you didn't expect there to be sudden or ongoing change, and this does give you a sense of concern, fear. I'm hearing for somebody jumping into the unknown, or just not knowing exactly what lies ahead. And again, I feel like it's a day where little bits and pieces of clarity may show up and pop into your brain, is what I'm getting, or through a vision for you individually. But there's a need for, certain levels of trust within what you felt, what you're feeling currently throughout this period, and what's being shown to you. And that when the divine timing is right, things are going to come to be, even be put to rest, and for you. But that clarity will as well be more so in a state of plenty, is what I'm getting. Plenty of clarity will come in when the time is right. They're saying pretty much, if you think about it, if you were to gain all of the clarity within one day or even 1 week, that is a ton. And I feel like you would end up forgetting part of it, some of which, if not all of which, for my forgetful souls drawn to the reading. But it does feel like a time where you need to just be trusting in what's coming and going and whatnot. Oh, look at this, intuition. I feel like this is the overall energy, feeling you are a very intuitive soul being drawn to this reading, and you forget this at times, maybe because of the busyness of your individual path in worlds all the meanwhile. But it could as well be in regards to certain factors of your life, for one reason or another, if not several reasons, pushing you to forget that you're intuitive or second guess it. But being drawn to this individual reading, you feel things so accurately when it comes to reading people, when it comes to expecting things, when it comes to dealing with this and that in your life. But they're saying, because you're a very intuitive soul, doesn't mean that at times your fears, your concerns, or one in particular, it doesn't mean that that doesn't lie to you at certain points. Does that make sense? a false sense of concern. Let's just put it that way. Basically saying that, again, you walk this, you live this very purposeful individual path that I feel is very spiritually connected for you individually as well, to the point where these fears, these concerns should not be given the weight that I feel at times you do give it. Remembering that you are, all the meanwhile, a manifester. And again, very intuitive. So don't confuse the two. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you are at times, I want to be completely honest, are given a feeling from a spirit or two of negativity, or just, I'm hearing nasty behavior or just toxicity, to the point where it makes you second guess things. It makes you fear the worst. It makes you, want something that you shouldn't want, or be investing in. Do you know what I'm saying? So just know when it's actually your feeling, and separate that from maybe that feeling or two you might be given at a certain point throughout this period and surrounding it, and just move forward with confidence, okay? A sense of control within your energy field once again. But as well, I feel there's an intuitive hit coming through at a certain point throughout this day, and if need be, I feel you're going to intuitively feel this multiple times throughout this day, and maybe more so moving forward, in regards to a certain level of freedom that you deserve, desire, maybe even need, for whatever it ends up being for you. For somebody, it's financial freedom, all right? It could be in regards to freedom of not having to pay something off anymore, or tend to it is what I'm getting. But look at this. They're saying freedom from fear and concern, all right? Don't let that trap you. Don't let that hinder you and weigh you down all the meanwhile. You don't deserve that, okay? The Queen of Cups coming out and the King of Swords, feeling like these are pairing together, not only speaking very in a solid way in regards to your feminine side and your masculine side. I mean, every soul, regardless of how you appear in this world and want to be represented and viewed, has these two, aspects within them, these two sides, and definitely are intertwined at certain points and utilized and experienced, together, excuse me. But I do feel as if these are speaking upon you being an emotionally mature individual, somebody at times, that feels quite dry in the emotional department, maybe even detached to go to that extent. I can totally relate. You might be like myself, where you've had a quite emotional past, or certain chapters rewinding back to the point where it's helped you if you think about it in a very mature manner, in a simplistic manner. But I do feel as if you might be able to relate in regards to not wanting things to leave you in a state of overwhelming or an overload of emotion. You know what I mean? And I feel like the reasoning that at times you manifest so easily, that things do work out for you if you, focus on those at certain points, is because you don't let your emotions get in the way, or at least for the most part. Some of which may need to work on that a little bit more, but it does feel like there's a focus on you being someone with a sense of knowledge and experience, within your system, even if at times it feels like it's being stored in the back of your brain, kind of, is the message coming through, or in your back pocket is the wording I'm getting. You can, put your hand in your back pocket, or dig in the back of your brain, if you will, and utilize what you've been through, what you have learned and gained, in order to succeed more, in order to see things purposely and strategically work out in your favor more so. Now I'm hearing watched after, all right? There's a sense, as I'm being drawn to this black bird here, a feeling of you being very looked after by the spiritual realm, whether you feel this 24/7 or at all, okay? And I feel like you as well being drawn to this reading, again, being this very intuitive, smart, and mature soul, who does make mistakes is what I'm hearing. I mean, nobody's perfect. We live and we learn. It feels like you have, as I had to clear my voice, have had certain blockages when it comes to your voice, your throat chakra. You have had pushes and pulls to and from the purpose of your voice, the utilization of which. Does that make sense? I feel like that was pretty good wording, because it feels like that's another thing that maybe you've been pushed to question, or it could be, absolutely intertwined with a skill set or two, a talent for a lot drawn to the reading. But it feels like you have this voice, this power within you, very much intertwined with what you have been through, what you've gained. In Spirit saying, we need you to be putting this beautiful, powerful voice to use, intertwining and nicely connecting to your strong power of your intuition. Basically, this day is saying that on different levels, you are one powerful individual. And I feel like, what was the daily read labeled for Thursday? I can't remember. Strong individual, I think it was, that we spoke upon that daily read. And so this day, wow, sorry about the noise, is speaking upon and highlighting on different levels in different ways how intuitive you are, how powerful you are, all right? And how special all the meanwhile. I really feel like this day, look at this, the Magician card, reminds you of how magical you truly are. It reminds you that you deserve the best and that you can co-create and manifest the best. It reminds you that you have so many different abilities, skill sets within you in order to, that will help you, assist you, and give you the power and the chance to create a better future for yourself and maybe your loved ones all the meanwhile. This is a day, once again, where you're being reminded of how incredibly powerful and special you truly are. Again, it reminds you and pushes you to work on pushing those fears away, letting them dissipate, and replacing it with a sense of control and power otherwise. Remember, my friend, you are one strong, intuitive soul. Okay, so utilize it to your advantage. So if this was truly helpful, I'm of course sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your day.